Scale can be kind of mean sometimes because you can see progress in your numbers, in your stats, well before you see it on the scale or even in your flows. But it's important to know your numbers, know where you are, and track it. At my absolute worst during COVID, which is probably a lot of us at our worst, I could barely walk around the block. I was avoiding doing things. I needed a seatbelt extender on an airplane. I didn't enjoy getting out and going out with friends because I didn't know if I was going to fit in the seat. And, I couldn't do all those things. Now when I go out, it's like, yeah, you want to go snorkeling? Great, let's go. And we jumped on ATVs a week ago, and we had an ATV tour, and I want to go for the long bike ride. And guess what? I don't need seatbelt extenders on an airplane anymore. And it's just all the things that I used to always do, and I'm doing them again. I had gestational diabetes when I got pregnant with my son. It went away, and then 10 years later, it came back in the form of type 2 diabetes. And so I've had to watch my A1C and track my sugar levels, and I've done it for a long time. And there were times where, I didn't do such a great job, and I'd see the numbers go up in a bad way, and I could feel how bad I felt. So it was really important for me. And when I first met Chris and I first came to Lupus and CrossFit, one of the first things I said is, what's most important to me is to get my A1C back. But for the first time in 15 years, I'm no longer type 2 diabetic. I am pre-diabetic. I still take insulin once a day and once a week. But even the insulin levels, when I first started here, I took a fast-acting insulin every meal. And I took one at night. And I took one once a week. And just with the CrossFit, I was able to get rid of the fast-acting. And then I started working with Jen, the nutrition, and we were able to bump those down. And really, since I started working with Dr. Sarah and got my hormone levels in the right spot, oh my gosh, it's dropped. That's when it made the shift. I honestly made the biggest shift after starting HRT and getting the hormone levels correct. That's when I dropped below, and I'm now pre-diabetic. So one of the things, when I went into menopause, my traditional doctor, my cholesterol looked like it was jumping, and she wanted to start me on a statin right away. I'm just like, I don't take another drug. That's not really what I want to do. And I'm like, how, I'm working hard. I'm putting in the work. And so that was another thing. Once I got my hormone levels right with Dr. Sarah, that next blood test, we took it, with my traditional doctor, my cholesterol's right back in check, and we no longer talk about a statin. And I don't ever want to talk about a statin. So I don't want more drugs. I want to do, the natural way. And really that's one of the biggest things I've learned working with Dr. Sarah, that the HRT isn't really, it's not a drug. It's working with your natural hormones that are missing, or, adding in the ones you have and just getting you back into the levels so that you can feel strong. So that's really been great. Honestly, getting those levels to where everything I've been working on, I've been in CrossFit for almost 3 years. I've been working with Jen as a nutrition coach for almost 2 years. Now that I've got the hormone levels right, weight is starting to come off, the PRs, I'm lifting better and stronger and doing more of the CrossFit movements and less of the skilled movements, less of the beginner movements. So it's just getting back to life.